Hello and welcome to the in-depth series of Drishti IAS. My name is Pooja Dwivedi. Today we are going to discuss what is India's stand on legalizing same-sex marriage since it has been decriminalized in the last couple of years. So, of course, we are going to see it from a holistic perspective, from the perspective of prelims as well as GS mains paper, second and third. So these are the many topics that we are going to discuss step by step. In the background, we have to discuss that on March 13, a bench which has been led by the CJI of India has referred the petitions to legally recognize same-sex marriages to a constitution bench of 5 judges of the Supreme Court, and the court has listed the case for final arguments on April 18. There is a clutch of petitions which the Supreme Court was hearing. In different high courts also where the petition was lying of such manner, the Supreme Court called those kind of petitions to itself for itself. Now, multiple petitioners request for legal recognition of same-sex marriage under a special law, either the Special Marriage Act or have a special law for that. The recent one, as in the most specific one, the case that Supreme Court is studying is the case of 2 partners who say that the non-recognition of same-sex marriage, it amounted to discrimination and it strikes at the root of dignity and self-fulfillment of the LGBTQIA plus couples. The petitioners have cited that although there are certain marriages, this particular Special Marriage Act, it talks about the union of 2 people who cannot get into that sort of union of marriage. Under personal law, they can be getting civil sanctions. So in the similar manner, the homosexual marriages can also be listed under this only. And this should be extended to the LGBTQ community by making the marriage between any 2 persons gender neutral. For India, the center is saying that what India pertains or envisages as a marriage is a union between a man and a woman, essentially. And it is a heterogeneous institution, not a homosexuality. It would not support homosexuality. Okay. So why does the community want this kind of right? First of all, they do not enjoy the right that the married couples do. See, for example, these couples cannot adopt children or have a child by surrogacy, do not have automatic rights to inheritance, maintenance and tax benefits. After a partner passes away, they cannot avail of benefits like pension or compensation. Without the social sanction, because marriage is it is in general a social sanction. If the society can accept by and large 2 people living together happily without any social sanction, it would not be so in a country like India. India is not ready as of yet. It's a very nascent stage. Marriage is something that the society, it's a social construct. Marriage is something that the society has made for giving stability to 2 people to live in a union and then bring up their child in a very stable manner. So this is what the social construct is. So without the social sanction, same-sex couples struggle to make a life together. Article 21 guarantees the right to life and liberty. Okay, this is what the court is saying. The courts have time and again ruled in favor of interfaith and intercaste marriages. It has also directed the police and other rights organization to give them protection whenever they felt threatened. Court also pointed out that all adults have the right to marry a person of their choice. And in Navtej Singh Johar case, homosexuality was decriminalized, but the center does not look eye to eye on this if we talk about the courts and the center's perspective. Members of this community are entitled to the benefit of an equal citizenship without discrimination and to the equal protection of law. This is what the court is saying. The choice of whom to partner, the ability to find fulfillment in sexual intimacies, the right not to be subjected to discriminatory behavior are intrinsic to the constitutional protection of sexual orientation. This is also very important. One cannot discriminate on any grounds, even sexual orientation. But let's see what the center is saying. At depositions in court and outside, center has opposed the same-sex marriages, saying that judicial interference will cause the complete havoc with the delicate balance of personal laws. The decriminalization of section 377 of the IPC doesn't give the rise to the right to marry the person of the same sex. This is what the center is saying. It is saying that the notion of marriage itself necessarily and inevitably presupposes a union between two persons of the opposite sex. This is what marriage is in the eyes of the center. This definition is socially, culturally, and legally ingrained into the very idea of India. And when we see marriage, ought not to be disturbed or diluted by judicial interpretation, because even if it is a right under Article 21 as a fundamental right, it can be curbed according to the center. It can be curbed on certain grounds. Okay, and the right can be curtailed by competent legislature on permissible constitutional grounds, including legitimate state interest. All right. Now, as of 2023, marriages between same-sex couple is performed and recognized in 34 countries. The most recent one is Andorra. In 2023 only, it became the 34th country to legalize same-sex marriage. So you have to study about you have to list at least 5 countries where same-sex marriages are legalized. I hope you understood this topic. Thank you so much for watching. Stay updated.